broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out, move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. Bring it to its feet, move mountains. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need, all we need is hope. And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, high like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
All right, Layla. I promised you could give a special shout out to your Luff Lions. And all right, Mr. Enlow, you absolutely called it. When I called you and said, is she gonna be able to do this? And you said, she is gonna nail it. And now I get to follow that, right? Good morning and welcome to the 2025 Convocation. And I just have to say, Layla, thank you for that inspiring performance, and thank you, Mr. Enlow, for all of your assistance. Thank you to our JROTC and their instructors for the presentation of colors and leading us in the pledge. Now I'd like to introduce to you our Board of Education and special guests that are here with us today. First, our Board of Education. President Carrie Dixon. Vice President Anthony J. Mondane. Director Jill Esri. Director Brandy Pruente. Director Wendy Baird. And two of our board members who were unable to be with us today but send their well wishes for an amazing school year. We have Treasurer Denise Spears and Director Blake Roberson. And now, special guests, as I call your name, please stand and remain standing if you are able. Missouri State School Board member, John Otto. Mayor of Independence, Rory Rowland, who you saw in our opening slideshow. City Manager, Zach Walker. Council members, Heather Wiley and Bridget McCandless. Deputy Chief of Independence, Jason Peterson. City Administrator from Sugar Creek, Joseph Kenny. Police Chief of Sugar Creek, Chris Soul. Former Mayor Eileen Weir. Chamber of Commerce President Valerie Burns. State Representative Mike Steinmeier. Senator Joe Nicola. Former board members Susan Jones, Jana Waits, Greg Finke, Barb Allender, and Al Van Eyten. Former superintendents, Dr. David Rock, Dr. Jim Henson. For all of you here today, ISD, please see that the individuals that I have introduced are all here for all of you, to show their support for this noble calling that you have chosen, to serve the students and the families of the Independence School District. Let's give them a round of applause to recognize their support for the ISD. And now I would like to introduce to you the President of the Board of Education, Carrie Dixon.
Good morning. They turned down the lights, so I can't see you. Do I have the ability to ask them to turn them back up? Maybe not. I'm not that important. Oh, not because I'm important, but because they were just embarrassed if they would not have done it. Good morning, ISD family. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to welcome you to the 2025-2026 school year. Whether you're just beginning your journey with us or you've been walking our halls for decades, I'm glad to be here with you today. Everyone in this room, no matter your title, your department, or your daily tasks, has chosen a path of service, a path that's not always easy, a path that doesn't come with instant results, but one that leaves a lasting impact. Think about that for a moment. Out of all of the careers, all of the roads that we could have taken, we chose this one. We show up not just for the paycheck, but for the people, for the kids, for the difference that we hope to make. It's the bus driver who gives a nervous kindergartner a reassuring smile on the first day of school. It's the teacher who stays late. To help a student they believe that they can. It's a custodian who hums quietly when they sweep, bringing calm to the busy hallways. It's the IT staff, the nutrition teams, the nurses, the paraeducators, the secretaries, the counselors, the coaches, the administrators, each of you showing up, doing the hard work, doing the heart work. You may not always see the difference that you're making, but I promise someone else does. A child remembers your kindness. A colleague draws strength from your steady presence. A parent sleeps easier knowing their child is in good hands. This work is sacred, and the journey you are on isn't meant to be walked alone. You are all important, an important part of the puzzle. Lift each other up, lean on each other. We remind each other that even in the hardest moments, what we do matters. This year, let's commit to tending not just to our tasks, but to our hearts. Keep growing, not just in skill, but in compassion, in grace, and purpose. Let's stay curious, stay kind, and stay grounded in why we are here. Because that's where the real journey begins. Not in what's around us, but in what's within us. When we're grounded in that kind of purpose, we don't just make a difference, we become the difference. So welcome back, Independence School District. Thank you for who you are, for all that you do, and for the lives that you're about to change.
Thank you, President Dixon. And now, I would like to bring to the podium Vice President Anthony J. Mondane to introduce our recipients of the 25-year employees.
Good morning, ISD. Can you give yourselves a round of applause? That was good for me. Can you celebrate yourselves a little better than that? Come on now. This morning, we are pleased to recognize our employees who have served our school district for 25 consecutive years. When I call your name, please come forward and join us on stage. Carlos Carlonia. Vi Faiva. Laurie Countryman. Monica Grimaldi. Sandy Hinckley. Sarah Hossman. Jonathan Landrum. Gina McCauley. Tracy Morton. Casey Nagel. Brian Schultz. Janae Sakura Brown. To each of our recipients today, I bring to you a heartfelt thank you on behalf of the Board of Education for your years of service to students and families in the Independence, Missouri School District. Thank you for believing in what we do and what we can accomplish together. Let's celebrate these dedicated staff members for their hard work. Happy 25th anniversary.
Congratulations to our 25-year recipients. We appreciate all that you have done for the ISD. Now, it is my honor to introduce to you Nicole Benscoter, Three Trails teacher.
Good morning. I want to begin by acknowledging the Board of Education, Interim Superintendent Cynthia Grant, and all our honored guests. Thank you for your leadership and support of our students and schools. To Special Education Directors Amy Chappell and Sherry Potter, thank you for your leadership. Amy, I appreciate your trust in me to grow and your encouragement to reflect with purpose. Sherry, now retired but always an inspiration. Your guidance shaped me as an educator and continues to influence how I advocate for students. To Kara Shaw, Assistant Director of Special Education. Thank you for believing I can be just as successful with high school students as I was with elementary, despite teenagers being taller, moodier, and significantly less impressed by stickers and Jack Hartman. Thank you to Truman High School for welcoming me into your halls. I'm excited to learn and work alongside you this year. To the Special Education Department and the amazing staff at Three Trails Elementary, thank you for your unwavering commitment to students and each other. It's been an honor to learn and grow with you. Special thanks to Marta McClung for setting the bar high during my student teaching, and to my mentors, Sarah Farnsworth, Emily Butler, Kevin Lathram, for teaching me to lead with clarity, grace, and grit. To the incredible process coordinators who have modeled compassionate advocacy, thank you for helping me grow as a leader. To my friends, Amber Downey and Vanjie Johnson, thank you for your steady support and humor. And Lori Williams, Dawn Jones, and Laura Ferguson, thank you for the daily therapy sessions and always knowing exactly what I need, like a bougie cup of water. Finally, to all the teachers and staff across the Independent School District, you are the heart of this work, whether in classrooms, cafeterias, buses, offices, playgrounds, or halls. You shape lives every day. We are better together, and I am proud to walk this road with each of you. It means a lot to stand here as the 2026 Teacher of the Year. But titles aren't what define this work. What matters most is the path that brought each of us here. Not the polished resume, but the real journey, shaped by successes, struggles, and those quiet moments when we chose to keep showing up, even when it was hard. Each of us has traveled a different road. Some knew they'd be teachers. Others arrived sideways, maybe from another career or because someone said, "You're great with kids." And suddenly you are managing 24 students trying to unjam a printer with a paperclip and a prayer. However you got here, you stayed because you believe in kids, because this work matters, and that makes all the difference. My own path wasn't steady. I moved often, never completing a full school year in one place until college. I experienced homelessness, living in shelters, under a tarp, in a truck, but school was my constant, my safe place, the only space where I truly felt seen. There was a 5th grade teacher whose name I don't remember, but whose impact I will never forget. She made learning feel like an adventure and told me, education is the one thing no one can take away from you. I've held on to that ever since. As a special education teacher, I carry her words every time I remind students that struggling isn't failing. Every time I see a child told they can't do something and then prove otherwise. I've worked with students who are written off. I've seen those same students become leaders when given tools, support, and belief. I've watched students use writing not just for a grade, but to advocate for their families and their futures. But this work doesn't end at the classroom door. Sometimes it calls us into difficult conversations and decisions. I've spoken up in rooms where it wasn't easy. I've stayed up late learning policy, writing plans, trying to make sense of broken systems. Because I knew students were counting on me to try. And if we don't advocate for our students, who will? I know many of you have done the same. Quietly, without credit, but you showed up. You used your voice, you kept going. That's what changes lives, not just for kids, but for schools and systems around them. If you've been in education long enough, you know challenges aren't always in the classroom. It's shifting expectations, new programs that feel all too familiar, and processes meant to clarify that sometimes add complexity. And still, we do what we've always done. We adapt, we give what we can, not because it's easy or perfect, but because our students deserve someone who stays. That's what makes this more than a job, that's what makes it a journey. For me, this journey has meant learning how to lead, not just teach. It's meant understanding how systems work, and when they don't, it's meant helping students find their voices and helping adults listen. It's meant being the calm in the chaos, the advocate in the meeting, and sometimes the only one saying, this isn't good enough yet, we can do better. And I'm still learning, still walking forward, still reaching for what comes next. So as we begin this year together, I hope you'll keep walking too, not toward perfection, but toward purpose. Let your path be shaped by what you've overcome and what you still believe is possible. Because schools may be where students learn to read or multiply, but more than that, they can be the place where a student finally feels seen. The space in a life that might not feel steady. The beginning of a path they didn't even know was possible. And none of us is walking that road alone. The end.
Great job. Great job. Great job.
I would like to recognize the 2025-2026 Teachers of the Year. Will the 2024-2025 Teachers of the Year please come forward?
I would like to introduce to you the ISD Teacher of the Year, Regional Teacher of the Year, and Three Trails Teacher of the Year, Nicole Binscoter.
Abraham Mallinson Elementary School, Hannah Von Hagel. Blackburn Elementary School, Sarah Hart. Bryant Elementary School, Lindsay Geraldo. Castle Park Elementary School, Tiffany Pruitt. Christian Ott Elementary School, Raylene Alexander. Clifford H. Nallen Middle School, Clint Godfrey. Fairmount Elementary School, Bridget Berry. George Caleb Bingham Middle School, Samala Robinson. Glendale Elementary School, Jessica Teven. Hanthorne, Sarah Harriman. Independence Academy, Megan Fancher. James Bridger Middle School, Leslie Brennan. John W. Luff Elementary School, Rebecca Chambers. Cordy Elementary School, Rachel Berg. Little Blue Elementary School, Amy Harles. Mill Creek Elementary School, Carrie Lathram. Pioneer Ridge Middle School, Katie Ross. Proctor Elementary School, Heather Hodson. Randall Elementary School, Megan Bray. Santa Fe Trail Elementary School, Taylor Jackman. Spring Branch Elementary School, Amy Broughton. Sugar Creek Elementary School, Lindsay Ewert. Sycamore Hills Elementary School, Amanda Mason. Thomas Hart Benton Elementary School, Hannah Bowers. Truman High School, Kim Carson. Van Horn High School, Jessica Manko. William Chrisman High School, Sarah Nelson. William Southern Elementary School, Chrissy Durham. Let's have another round of applause for the 2025-2026 Teachers of the Year.
Go ahead. All right, let's give our Teachers of the Year one last round of applause. Thank you for what you do. All right. It is now my pleasure to introduce Danny Davidson from Transportation.
Okay, Transportation, here we are. Good morning, my esteemed ISD family. First, I'd like to acknowledge the Board of Education, Interim Superintendent, and honored guests. I also want to thank the Transportation Department, my team, Justin Barnes, Gary Russell, Justin Mooney, Chance Whittle, Pat Trotter, Travis O'Brien, my supervisor, Jeff Putman, and the Director of Transportation, Darrell Huddleston. I especially want to thank the drivers and attendants that I get to serve so they can safely and consistently get our kids to school. I'd also like to thank all our other classified staff members representing their representative departments for their hard work, dedication to the ISD, and I'm honored to be a part of this great organization. I want to begin my story with you here today by taking you back to January of 2021. I'd lost my brother and my father within just 2 weeks of each other, and it was devastating. I was not prepared for how those losses would affect my life. My drinking increased, and for the next year, I began to have increased blackouts, of which I have no memory. What I did have was friends who cared enough about me to tell me how reckless I'd become. During that time, I became negative and critical, and my coworkers suffered because of it. Someone close to me suggested I join a 12-step faith-based recovery group called Free Indeed at First Baptist Church in Blue Springs. I took to heart the concern my friend shared with me, and I listened, and on February the 22nd of 2022, I had my last drink of alcohol. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That following Monday, I attended my first meeting at Free Indeed, and I continue to go, and I rarely miss a meeting. And slowly but surely, I began to change from the inside out. Church had always been a part of my life, but when I got sober, some men at Friend Indeed showed me what walking by faith really looks like through a personal relationship with Jesus. My newfound faith started to grow. I learned about compassion, empathy, trust, and vulnerability, and it was truly eye-opening. One of these men became my sponsor, and we began working my 12 steps. I took a moral inventory of myself and began to discover character defects that needed to change. Scripture application became a part of my life, not just something to memorize and quote. One of these verses that became my daily mantra was Philippians chapter 4, verse 8 and 9. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all you learned and received from me, everything you heard from me and saw me doing. Then the God of peace will be with you. So that's what I started to do. And what I continue to do, regardless of how I feel, I fix my thoughts on what is true, honorable, right, and pure. And I'll tell you what, after doing this over and over, I have peace that doesn't make any sense because it's not coming from you and it's not coming from me. It's a gift and promise that only God can give. This is not something I have to do. It's something I get to do. And my final thought and challenge for each of us today is a metaphor about a herd of buffalo. Buffaloes do something counterintuitive when a storm approaches. Buffaloes, rather than running away from the scary, dark storm looming, they run straight into the storm. Well, why do they do that? Because they know that running into the storm, they minimize the time spent in harsh conditions. And they know that standing still or running away only makes the storm last longer. When I lost my brother and my father, I saw the storm of avoidance looming in the form of alcohol and negativity. I'm here today to tell you that your journey of transformation is possible if you turn and run straight into the storm, whatever that looks like for you. There is hope on the other side. Pain is a reality of life, but staying in suffering is a choice. If what I've said today reaches even one person and makes a difference, then my time on this stage was worth it. I believe I was put on this planet to be a light and to encourage others. I may only have a high school diploma, and I've been told most of my life I was never going to amount to anything. But I stand here before you today as a living example of what transformation from the inside out looks like. So, thank you. So be courageous, run into the storm, and reach out for help. Every single one of us has a journey. And we don't have to journey alone. Entering this new school year is a great opportunity to rediscover where you are on our individual journey. Thank you for allowing me to share mine. Thank you. All right. I would like to recognize the 2025 and 2026 Classified Employees of the Year. Will the 2024 and 2025 Classified Employees of the Year please come forward? You're supposed to tell me how to.
I'll wait till they get up.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. That was rough. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, it is my true honor to introduce Transportation's Classified Employee of the Year and the ISD Classified Employee of the Year, Danny Davidson.
Okay, the Classified Employees of the Year for 2025 and 2026 are Abraham Mallison, Elementary, Ashley Conklin. Blackburn Elementary, Francie Graham. Bryan Elementary, Amy McAnally. Castle Park Elementary, Rosa Rodriguez. Central Office, Gustavo Salazar. Christian Elementary, Anna Huezo. Clifford H. Nowlin Middle, Tierra Spencer. Facilities, Russell Nickel. Fairmont Elementary, Gerald Fields. George Caleb Bingham Middle, Cameron Gefeller. Glendale Elementary, Vi Poli. Hanthorn, Asia Lewis. Independence Academy, Jessica Rochert. James Bridger Middle, Chandler Sievers. John W. Luff Elementary, Jennifer Schooley. Corley Elementary, Sonia Moreno. Little Blue Elementary, Kristen Harris. Mill Creek Elementary, Sherry Nobles. Nutrition Services, Loretta Johnston. Pioneer Ridge Middle, Harvey Bachman. Proctor Elementary, Adonis Akhtar. Randall Elementary, Kira Bartlett. Santa Fe Trail Elementary, Kelsey Gooding. Spring Branch Elementary, John Davenport. Sugar Creek Elementary, Lisa Hugh. Sunshine Center, Adriana Tucker. Sycamore Hills Elementary, Andrea Farrow. Technology, Cameron Smith. Thomas Hart Benton Elementary, Whitney Manga. Three Trails Elementary, Rosa Duke. Truman High School, Angela Dickerson. Van Horn High School, Justin Garver. William Chrisman High School, Claudia Stanton. And Witham Southern Elementary School, Tracy Orton. Let's have another round of applause for the 2026 Classified Employees of the Year.
All right. Thank you, Classified Employees of the Year. We can go ahead and exit the stage. Let's give them one more round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kevin Lathram, and this year I have the pleasure as serving as the Assistant Superintendent of our elementary schools. This is my 19th convocation, and never did I ever think that I would have the opportunity to be speaking at this special event. So fair warning to any first-year paras back sitting at Truman, this might be you in 2045. This truly is one of my favorite events of the year. It's the one and only time that we get to come together as an entire staff in the Independent School District and kick off the school year. Before we get started with special awards, I want to take a moment to welcome all of our new staff. So if this is your first year in the Independent School District, will you please stand? All right, don't sit yet, don't sit yet. If this is your first year in education, either certificated or classified, stay standing. All right, and last one, if you are a graduate of the Independent School District, stay standing. To those of you that are still standing, thank you for choosing to come home to the ISD and serve in our district. All right, so now is the perfect time to take a few minutes to get to know each other a little better and have some fun. For those of you that are new to us, we've had this tradition for a few years, and here's how it works. I'll share a category or question, and if it fits you, you'll stand up. We'll keep narrowing it down, until we get a few employees remain. I'll invite them up to the stage to share their story and a gift card. One of the best parts of being back at this first week is to connect with colleagues and hear about their summer travels. That got me thinking. Now, my wife does all the planning in our house, so we always go to a beach. I want to hear from some of our more adventurous staff members, so it got me thinking that if you have been to a national park, and according to my research, there are 63 of them, please stand. Our national park travelers, please stand. All right, so that's a lot of travelers. Like I said, you're much more adventurous than me. If you can contact my wife, I would love to see mountains or something other than the beach. If you have been to more than 5 national parks, stay standing. All right, 10. We're gonna filter this one down pretty quickly. If you've been to more than 10 national parks, stay standing. Dr. Brown doesn't know how to count. How about 15 national parks? If you have been to 15 national parks, stay standing. 20 national parks. 3. If you are still standing and you have been to 20 national parks, please join us at the front of the stage. That's a lot. All of them. No. You guys are prepared to name all 20, right? In alphabetical order? All right. So here we go. When I come up, I'm going to ask you to say your name and building and ask you a few questions about your travels. Can you give me your name and building, please?
Bruce Fenimore, Transportation.
How many national parks have you been to?
At this moment, 22, and all by motorcycle.
Very good. What's your favorite one and why?
It would have to be Glacier National Park. It's just, it's God's country, and it's just absolutely breathtaking.
Very good. What's the coolest or craziest thing you've seen at a national park?
It's the one I almost didn't see. A great big old grizzly bear running across the road, and it seemed to like me.
I'm glad you lived to tell the story. Let me get you a gift card. Thank you. Hang on just a second. Sorry, guys.
Thank you, sir.
All right, name and building.
A W. Ripper, Bryant,
Very good. And how many national parks have you been to?
28,
28. What's your favorite one?
Arcadia,
Why is that?
because that's where I saw the Northern Lights.
Wow, awesome. Very good. All right, thank you for being here. Name and building.
Kirsten Gorman, 3 Trails Elementary.
How many national parks have you been to?
22.
22. What's your favorite?
Rocky Mountain National Park or Sequoia.
Craziest thing you've seen?
Craziest thing I've seen, definitely several moose that we just got to walk right on through, and it was very cool.
What's the plural of moose?
Moose.
Name and building.
Summer Walters, William Southern.
How many national parks have you been to?
I've been to 32.
Wow. Leader in the clubhouse. What's your favorite one and why?
Rocky Mountain National Park, because I've been several times, but it's always a new experience when we're there.
How many meese have you seen there?
How many?
Meese. No, I'm just joking. Did you see any moose?
Yeah.
What's the coolest thing you've seen?
I just went this summer for my birthday, and we stayed right outside the national park, and there was a black bear at our resort.
Same black bear?
Probably. Thank you.
Name and building?
Anna Heist Van Horn.
And how many national parks have you been to?
Well, I only have 4 more to go to.
Which 4?
Alaska and Maine. So,
Which one are you going to next?
Alaska.
Very good. What's your favorite national park of all of them?
Yellowstone so far.
Thank you for being here. Name and building?
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Wilson. I'm a music educator at both Mallinson and Sugar Creek Elementary.
How many national parks have you been to?
I want to say at least 30. One summer, my dad took us to 22.
What's your plan for your next one?
Probably going to Alaska for my birthday.
Very good. Thank you. Name and building, sir?
My name is Cameron Brinson. I teach at Sycamore Hills.
What's your favorite national park that you've been to?
Home of the Ewoks, Redwood National Park.
Very good. Thank you, sir. How many national? Oh, sorry. Name and building?
My name is Liz Farron, and I'm at Castle Park.
Very good. How many parks have you been to, Liz?
27.
27. What's your favorite one?
I love them all, but the most interesting was Lake Clark National Park in Alaska.
Very good. Thank you for being here today. Name and building?
My name's Tina Bailey, and I'm at Bingham Middle School.
How many national parks have you been to?
39.
Which one's next?
Who knows? My husband's retired, so he wants to go to Alaska.
All right. Very good. What's the coolest thing you've seen?
Oh, so many bears, moose. I've seen a lot of things.
Very good. Thank you for being here. Name and building?
Medora Graffio at Fairmount.
How many national parks have you been to?
Well, we had to look at the list. I think 33, maybe more, I'm not sure.
What's your favorite one?
That's a tough question. They're all special. Just last week, we were at Denali National Park, so I'll go with Denali in Alaska. We wanted to get our son to all 50 states, and we finished with Alaska. So.
Very good. Nice. Thanks. Name and building?
Shelley Lauber, Truman High School.
My daughters are very excited to have you this school year. Hopefully she's well behaved. How many national parks have you been to?
I was talking with my sister. I got a bottle for Christmas that has like the little stickers for all the national parks, and I just put Glacier Bay on there. We just got back from Alaska. I think I'm at 48.
How many left to go, Kirsten? What's your next one?
I want to go back up to Alaska.
Back to Alaska. Very good. Thank you for being here, Miss Lauber. And last one, name and building?
Heidi Lauber-Horman. I'm at Bridger, and I've been to the same number as she's been to.
Have you guys visited them all together? All right. Very good. Well, thank you for being here today. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. If you picked up that paper that dropped on the floor, I would really appreciate it if you handed it back to me. I think transportation's messing with me. Did you pick up that paper for me? There you go. Daryl, remind me to talk to that guy after this. All right, let's mix it up for our next question, and we're gonna maybe narrow it down to 5 or 6 people this time because that's all the gift cards I have left. So this past year, one of our very own ISD members, Dr. Sawyer, made a splash on Wheel of Fortune, making the Cordy Coyotes and the rest of the ISD proud. I think we had a visual to capture his fame on Wheel of Fortune, if we could display it up on the board. For those of you that didn't catch the show on January 1st, can you reenact that? So that got me thinking, some people plan their moment on TV, others just get caught on camera. Either way, if you've been on TV, stand up, let's see our stars before we narrow it down. All right, we're gonna use a strict filter on this one. Stay standing if you've been on TV the last 10 years. How about the last 5 years? Stay standing if you've been on TV the last 5 years. Stay standing if you were on national TV. If you were on national TV, stay standing. How about the last 3 years? Stay standing for 3 years. 2 years. All right, last year. Stay standing if you were on TV the last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, here's going to be our final filter. Stay standing if you were not on TV on purpose. The people that are standing, you are not on national TV on purpose. Hopefully that's less than 20. I'll have you guys come down now, please.
Thank
All of these people have been on national TV within the last year, not on purpose. Go to the end. Appreciate you. All right, let's learn about our TV stars. Name and building.
Claire Dowling, Little Blue.
Why were you on TV?
I go to a lot of U.S. national soccer games, and so they kind of pan through the crowd and during the national anthem.
How did you find out that you were on national TV?
We get lots of like text messages of people watching and saying like, we saw you guys.
Were your parents and friends proud of you?
Yes, always.
Thank you for being
Thanks.
here. Hello again.
Hello, it's Debbie Ripper again. Brian's still.
Tell us about your appearance on TV.
I go to the National Guard convention every year. My husband was in the military and retired, and he represents Kansas National Guard. And last year, well, every 4 years, the presidential candidates come. And so last year, our presidential candidates were there. And they just got filmed, and I found out because it was on our at the Kansas Hospitality Room. They had a plane.
Very cool. Thank you. You said I don't have to give you a second gift card. I appreciate you. Name and building.
Sarah Kinney, Van Horn High School.
Very good. Tell us about your appearance on TV.
Last summer, last July 16th, I went to Arrowhead Stadium, and I was on the Hallmark movies. So for 8 hours, or probably 10 hours, we were out there in the heat. It was like 102, and I had on a winter coat, boots, pants, but I made the movie. We did multiple scenes walking in the stadium, but my debut came in the parking lot behind the star as she was looking for her hat and decided to not go in with the family. I mean, it's like 0.5 seconds, but I was there.
All right. Good deal. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Name and building.
Oh, David Holly, William Christman High School.
You sure? You sure? Do you want to ask her?
She said yes.
Okay. Can you tell us why you were on TV in the last year?
Well, all 3 times were all for Drake basketball. When they beat Miami down in South Carolina, when they beat K-State here at Sprint, well, not Sprint, T-Mobile, and then last but not least, when they beat Mizzou over.
I need you to go sit down. Thanks for being here, Mr. Holly. Name and building?
Sydney Gearhart Chrisman.
All right. And why were you on TV, Sydney?
We took our kids to the Royals game, and first game they went to caught a foul ball from Salvi.
With a glove or your bare hands?
My husband caught it with his bare hands, and me and the children hunkered down.
Was he also holding one of the child and catching it at the same time?
I think he threw Presley kind of to Grandma.
That's fair. Yeah, you can't blame him. Well, thank you for being here today. Can you tell us your name and building?
Michelle Caswell Blackburn.
Why were you on TV this past year?
Tuesday night, Royals versus Nationals. Everybody clap your hands. And that's
Very good. Thank you for being here. Can you tell us your name and building?
Zachary Casebolt and Santa Fe Trail.
Why were you on TV this past year?
I was in the Chiefs Hallmark movie last summer.
Same scene as her?
No, I was not. I was filmed on the square and downtown.
How many times have you watched that movie?
Probably executively 4 times.
Good deal. Thank you for being here today. Hello, sir. Name and building?
Jaden Thomas, Nowlin Middle School.
Jaden, remind us what you do for the district.
What do you do for the district? SRO.
Why were you on TV this past year?
I was on Cops chasing a car.
I have lots of questions. Anything you want to share about that episode that you are not legally bound to not share?
I'll be doing an autograph signing out these doors to the left. So, I can't, my boss is here.
Can you tell us your name and building?
Kurt Schlenker, Bingham Middle School.
And Kurt, why were you on national TV this last year?
Last year, my wife and I treated ourselves, and we were in the second row at the Chiefs-Raiders game.
Nice. Did we win?
No.
Are you going this year?
No.
You like our chances this year?
I hope so.
Good deal. Well, thank you for being here today. Down to 2. Can you give us your name and position, please?
Greg McGee, Director of Facilities. Now, this was rigged. And Amy Holly should be up here too, because we were all on TV when Drake was there and Dave came. So
I'm not sure it was rigged. I think we have some photo evidence of being up there.
Well, next to me is Jordan Twinter, which is right out there, so that's not fair.
All right, and for last one, your name and position, please.
I'm Lance Stout, Central Office, and I'm the Deputy Superintendent of Operations.
And can you tell us why you were on national TV?
Well, my son should be down here with me because he was with me, Zach Stout, but we were at the Oklahoma-Missouri football game.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Do we have video evidence of that as well? So we've all heard the saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I know we don't have time for 1,000 words, but could you please describe what's going on in this picture right here?
Heartbreak.
Well, Dr. Stout, for your convenience, and really more so my entertainment, I went ahead and looked up the last 2 minutes of that football game. So with 2 minutes remaining, Missouri fumbles, and OU returns for a 43-yard touchdown to go up 23-16. How are you feeling at that point?
Great.
However, at the 103 mark, former Sooner, this has got to hurt, Theo Weiss scored a touchdown to tie the game. How you feeling then?
It hurt bad.
And with 22 seconds remaining, OU fumbles, Mizzou scoops and scores the game-winning touchdown, and ESPN pans to this shot for all of ISD to enjoy. I owe you a gift card. Thank you guys for being up here. Before we continue, I'd like to take a moment to honor and remember our colleague who we lost this past year. Let's please pause for a moment of silence in their memory. Thank you. Like I said earlier, this is my 19th convocation, and for those of you that have been in the district for a while, you know the history of the Starfish Award. I first heard Dr. Russell present this award back in 2006, and then it was passed on to Dr. Scott, and most recently, Dr. Grant. And with this being my first rodeo on the mic, I'm going to use my resources and actually read the story. And depending on how today goes, I know I wasn't very good with counting, sorry, Dr. Grant, will probably determine if I'm offered this opportunity in the future. Greg and Dr. Stout, for the record, I think I need 3 more gift cards. So the story of the starfish goes, there was an old man walking on the beach, and in the distance, he sees a boy throwing something in the water. As he gets closer, he walks up on the shore and sees that there are millions of starfish on the beach that have been washed up from a storm the night before. And as he gets closer to the boy, he goes to him and asks, "What are you doing? Why are you throwing starfish back in the ocean?" The boy pauses briefly and then responds, "They got washed up, and if I don't pick them back up, they'll die." The old man looks at the boy and tells him, "You're crazy. There's no way you're going to do this before the tide gets back. They're all going to die." And after just a split second, the boy picks up the next starfish, launches it back in the ocean, and said, "Yeah, but at least I made a difference for that one." And the start of the school year provides each of us with an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of our students. This year's recipient has been described as someone who demonstrates a deep commitment to their work, someone who is very approachable, collaborative, and deeply dedicated to serving others. This employee has demonstrated an extraordinary talent for building relationships, proactively embracing the opportunities found within changing demographics, and advocating tirelessly to bring resources to families who need support. This employee's work has fostered stronger connections between the district and the community, ensuring that families feel valued and their voices are heard. Through the development of innovative programs, this person has created positive change in the areas of student attendance and academic achievement. And this person understands that true family engagement is built through genuine, intentional, and consistent effort. This person's journey within our district began in 2008 after serving the Catholic Diocese of Kansas City, working as a pastoral associate and administrator for 11 years. Under this employee's leadership, Hispanic family nights have flourished, growing to include more schools and offering more opportunities for connection. They have established a Hispanic Advisory Council and creating meaningful ways for parents to engage in their children's education. The programs, partnerships, and initiatives he has built are a testament to his vision, dedication, and heart. He leads with grace, kindness, humor, and yes, a willingness to go the extra mile, especially if there's food involved. Our district is stronger, more connected, and more inclusive because of his work. His journey has made a lasting impact on the Independent School District. It is my honor to present this year's Starfish Award to Tony Cadillo. Congratulations, sir. Nicole informed me that you'd have a speech prepared. You have 5 minutes. Are you good?
I'll say something. Deep breathing works. Thank you, and I appreciate it. To me, it's not about me. If we didn't have the leader that we do have in Nicole and every one of the other FSLs, I wouldn't be up here because they helped me with everything. And then also all the different departments, I think I've pulled from everybody. I saw Angie coming up from Nutrition Services. I always went to her when I wanted to know what was going on with kids because she knew everybody. And that's the way this district is, that you guys make a connection with the families, and so it's easy just to tap in, and all I did was look, and you guys showed me what to do, so thank you.
Tony, what are you looking forward to most this school year? What are you looking forward to most this school year?
Working with my daughter.
And your daughter's going to be a first-year family school liaison? I bet she's very proud of you right now. Congratulations. For a gift card, I was going through your employee evaluation. If you can name all of your directors, principals, and HR directors that signed your contract, I'll track down a gift card for you. Tony, I forgot. Your Starfish Award, I'm sorry. We got off track with that gift card situation. So it is my pleasure to offer you the Starfish Award for this year. Congratulations, much well deserved.
I knew I wanted to be a teacher because of all of the amazing teachers that I had here growing up in the ISD.
If I had a name off the top of my head, it'd probably be Julie Crowell. I know Sarah Nelson, Angela Weatherford,
SRO is school resource officer. He impacted my life.
Chris Corey, Richie Shust. I could probably go on and on.
There is a sense of pride coming back to my community.
I know that we have the best staff and the best teachers around.
I know how my girls feel when they come home from school and they tell me all about their day. I love to think that I'm doing that for other kids.
My kids are my why. They're why I show up every day and love what I do.
The summer months, I kind of missed him. Heavy on the kind of.
It's really inspiring as an adult seeing the younger generations do better than we ever got to do. I chose to come back to ISD and William Chrisman specifically because it's my home. It's where I grew up. I know everybody here. I feel like I have family here. As an alumni, it's very important to me that I'm working within the ISD so I can make a difference for students, just how some of the staff members made a difference for me.
I decided to come back to the independent school district because it feels like home, and after student teaching with Robin and all of the amazing staff at Cordy, I just knew that this is where I belong.
I wanted to come back to work in the independent school district because I was helped out a lot when I was young, and so I just wanted to give back to the people who gave to me.
I love working with kids, keeping me closer to the kids and connecting with the kids. It's something I like to do, so this was a no-brainer. When I was in high school, I wasn't the best student, the best teenager. I got myself in trouble, and my SRO was the first person that ever showed that he cared. A lot of kids don't have a positive role model as a male figure in their lives. That's something that I was lacking tremendously, and that's something my SRO did for me when I was in high school.
Here in high school, middle school, there was always people to love on you if you were having a hard time, and I did. I had a lot of really rough patches in my school career, and I was always helped at school, and so I love giving that same safe space back.
I needed a safe space growing up, so coming back and being that same safe space for kids like me is really important.
My original source of inspiration was Mrs. O'Wigman, my kindergarten teacher at Spring Branch Elementary. She was the one who showed me the power and the influence that teachers have on their students' lives. Ironically, as an English teacher, I really struggled to read in kindergarten, and I had this mindset of, I can't do this, I can't. But for every time that I said I can't, she was right there next to me to say, you can't yet. And it was that power of yet and that mindset of yet that sort of carried me through every other adversity in my life. My senior year, I was actually McKinney Vento, which not a lot of people know that. So it's important to have the staff members that I had my senior year for me to be as successful as I am today. It's a full circle moment for me because I started here and I plan on hopefully ending my working career here as well.
My message for everyone coming back into the school year would be to remember that you are the most important person to a lot of these students and that they need this space. So to enjoy the small amount of time that you have with them this year.
I would like to say to everyone starting the new school year, just keep an open mind every single day. Each day looks a little bit different, and we never know what our kids are going through. So we need to have the most open mind and open heart that we can. So just remember to give yourself grace, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful school year. And as always, go Bears.
Wow, what a wonderful morning it has been so far. Let's give a round of applause to the staff members who are willing to share their journey with us this morning in that video. Each of them are a testament to what all of you do each and every day here in the ISD. I'm not gonna lie, it's just a little bit different being up here, standing on stage instead of down there with all of you all. And it is inspiring to see all of you from this vantage point. I do want to give a special shout out to Mr. Latham, who I will honestly say, as his reaction when I approached him about doing that, I don't think he was that excited, but he did a great job, so. And it was even better that we got Dr. Stout up here and Greg McGee. All right. I'm deeply honored and humbled to be one of only 2 alumni here from the Independent School District to serve in this role. And as a proud graduate of Truman High School, it feels like coming full circle. But more than anything, I'm especially honored to be the first woman to fill this role since the inception. Since the inception of the Independent School District in 1866. That moment in history is not lost on me. I'm humbled to stand here because I know I didn't arrive here alone. That young girl on the screen above you stands here today because of all of you and the people that came before you. You heard it in the video just a few moments ago. So many of you have made a choice to serve the students and families in the ISD. That choice matters. That journey you've embarked on, every step of it leaves a mark, creating a legacy that will be felt long after today. In my own journey, here in the ISD, I was surrounded by people who have lifted me, guided me, and believed in me. And I'm honored to have a few of them here today. Please stand as I share your name with everyone. My parents, Al and Dottie Van Eyten, thank you for guiding me. Coach Heil, Pete Heil, thank you for putting up with my attitude, but more importantly, believing in me, and can we be honest right now? You had to put up with my dad. And you know it. Lynn Baker, my high school guidance counselor. Thank you for cheering me on with a heart of gold and navigating my teenage years with me, and it is an honor to serve in JSL with you. And he is going to completely kill me, but my husband, Ty. Thank you for putting up with me for the last 31 years. Just as these individuals helped shape my story, each of you are now shaping the stories of the students and families you serve. You are building belief, creating hope, and inspiring possibilities. The journey you've chosen to take in this district is not a job, it is a calling. Each smile you offer, each challenge you help students overcome, each moment you choose patience and compassion over frustration, that is impact. And while the day-to-day may be a blur, the legacy you will leave will stand tall in the lives of the students you serve. Now, instead of sitting here listening to me more this morning, I have an amazing individual who I'm going to bring on this stage here in just a moment, and they're going to share about their journey here within the ISD. But first, I have to share how we met. I was having a meeting at Cafe Verona over lunch, and the individual I was with, we were talking about the academies and workforce development. And then all of a sudden I hear this, "Are you with the ISD?" Eek. What are we going to hear, right? And I excitedly said, "Yes, I am." This amazing person introduced themselves and proceeded to tell me about the impact so many of you had on them in their life, and because of that, the bright future that they have before them. So now I would like to introduce to you Marissa Winsey, 2025 graduate from William Chrisman High School.
Good morning. My name is Marissa Winsey, and I'm a proud graduate of William Chrisman High School. I walked across the stage 2 months ago, and in a few weeks, I'm going to start classes at UMKC in Kansas City. I'm deeply appreciative of all of you for allowing me to be here to share my story. I spent all 12 years of my education with the Independent School District. My roots began here long before I was even born, when my grandma and grandpa used to sit through convocation ceremonies just like this one. My grandparents, Sam and Marie, retired from the ISD School District, both as bus drivers in the Independent Transportation. That is where my journey begins. Before I was even old enough to go to kindergarten, I remember riding on the bus during the summertime with my grandma. I would ride with her as she picked up students. I remember looking at the older kids thinking, one day that would be me. With my grandma, the hours spent on the bus were never boring. We'd sit on the bus from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. We would get breakfast and then sit in the bus lot talking to everyone. I learned how to keep conversations going thanks to those early mornings. When I started elementary school at Glendale, I'm proud to say that every progress report sent home great news. But I struggled in one area that came up often at parent-teacher conferences. Teachers would brag on my classwork, but then they would say, and I quote, "Marissa's great, just a little chatty." I just couldn't keep my thoughts in, and I blame my grandma for teaching me to keep talking during all those early morning conversations. That need to share what I'm thinking, to put my ideas into the world, to share new things that enter my mind. That tendency was embraced through the ISD School District and the Academy's model. The Independent School District is innovative, and the teachers and staff do a great job of welcoming new ideas and thoughts. The pathways introduced me to the career field I hope to enter one day. When I started as a freshman, I wanted to become a teacher just like you. I quickly discovered that while I love helping others, the classroom is not the place for me. My teachers, my principals, and my counselors all helped me explore options until I learned about pediatric occupational therapy through the STEM Academy. I appreciate all my teachers and everyone who's helped me along the way, including coaches and club advisors, especially Miss Sue, Miss Harrison, Miss Gearhart, and Mr. Hawley. I loved all 4 years of high school, and I'm so excited about college because of the Independent School District. Please take care of my brother while he starts his junior year at Chrisman this year, but also make sure to give him a hard time. I want to thank my parents and grandparents for pushing me to become the best version of myself these last 19 years. and the ISD School District for helping me become the adult I am today. I'm proud of my journey in the ISD School District, and I'm grateful I got to share it with you today. Have a great school year.
Thank you, Marissa. Sam and Marie, you should be very proud. Marie was just telling me before this all started, she actually had them install a car seat on the school bus for Marissa so she could ride with her. Before I close, I want to take just a moment to say thank you. Thank you for choosing the ISD and traveling your journey with us. You are making a lasting impression on the future. And now, for one more performance, and to send us off into a brand new school year, I want to introduce to you the combined drumline from Truman, Chrisman, and Van Horn High Schools. All right, ISD, let's have an amazing school year. And don't forget, we believe in each and every one of you. Thank you.